Hello there everyone, my name is Kiray Vacuo and I'm your host and your voice here to entertain you and I think every single time you see this, it might be I'm going to yap or going to announce stuff. Yes, I am going to introduce things that I do, that is, I am the creators and the artists and writers and almost everything. Basically, I made a web comic named Kiray the Void Walker. It's about me, Kiray. I'm the void itself. Decided to walk into the void and then travel through dimensions, and visit other VTubers, have a little bit of shenanigans, this and that stuff. The comics revolved around that, and then the main point of the comic is the VTuber I'm going to be features in every chapters is going to be the main characters, and then I'm going to let them a big shout out as much as possible. And every single email that I saw, this have the potential to be emailed, I'm going to extract it, turn it into extract it, and then turn it into a emote, and then give it to them. Also give them the commercial rights and everything. They can have it. They can use it on anything they want. Make it be maybe merchandise stickers or digital stickers, or they somehow manage to slap it onto water tumblers or the t-shirts. Anything is fine for me. It's I gave it to them. Since I'm more or less, I'm not going to lie about this, I am also trying to earn money from those things that I made, obviously. And if I ever manage to compile all the comic I created and then I sell it as a compilations, yeah, I'm going to turn in the actual comic book and then sell them as a compilation comic in convention and stuff, this and that, that stuff, obviously. And if you're going to say this is not cloud chase, is lying. It's a person trying to do good and do shout out for other small VTuber want a cloud? Obviously I need it. Seriously, if I need to do a efficient shout out, this comic need to be successful to be in the first place. So I am going to draw a few famous VTuber too in there, forcefully, maybe, who knows. I'm still working shit out, okay? I just started this stuff. There's no people teach me how to do all this kind of things. I literally starting from ground up. I'm trying to find anyone does this same things that I do. Is making a webcomic for VTubers, It's create them and put them in the comic, give them shout out, and then create bonus panel after the chapters, and then let artists rip and draw however they want, and then long as they keep the bonus panel kind of context, and then they will and then I will also repost those kind of contact that bonus panel they draw, and then give them a shout out too. So it's not just a VTuber shout out webcomic, it's also an artist shout out webcomic. So I really need a very efficient method to gain enough clout for this comic and then make it work. So right now I'm doing these things, videos, try to spread more news about it, a little bit this, a little bit that, yada stuff. And also I'm going to give you guys one more big announcement, and that is the Invasion chapter is out. I know it's a little bit confusing. Let me retrace back to the very, very origin stuff. At the end, I'm going to appear in the comic. It's not exactly self-insert. Kind of is. I'm just want to have fun with the comic. So I'm going to be in there, be the butt of the joke. And also, my face being in a webcomic is serving as a very good watermark. I'm not even kidding about that. It is serving as a watermark. Partially of the intention is for that. It's because funny thing is, you kind of think about it, is because webcomic is famously or infamously, you would put your name as the artist and the creator at the corner or anything, and then even you put a watermark into it, people actively went ahead and removed the watermark and then repost it, say they draw it. I'm not even kidding about it. It's a very big problem when it comes to webcomic. Lots of people encountering these issues here and there, and especially on Facebook and Instagram. Oh gosh, that place is a cesspool of copy and paste. So, having my face in there is literally a shout out, say hey, I made this. It's a proof of my existence in some sense. So let me do my thing. But yeah, in honesty, it is served as partial as a watermark, and also the story premise. how I able to visit all VTuber and keep giving people shout out is quite lore related too. So yeah, I am the void itself. So I can walk across dimensions because I am the gap in between all dimensions, all time, space, and everything, yada yada stuff. So I can actually cross dimension quite easily. So I'm using that as a premise. I'm going to visit any VTuber I felt like it, and then I like their vibe. I go to talk about them. I go to their world, and then have a little bit shenanigans, this and that stuff. So the main, I already crossed the phase 1. Basically, phase 1, the first 3 chapters I'm having is basically the people that are already somewhat new. You know. Either I know a lot or somewhat interact enough to know them, know their vibe and everything. So I'm going to draw them according to my impression of them. And I did ask them, and then they'd be like, yeah, good luck, have fun. And then I good luck, have fun. And I made the first 3 chapters. And obviously, I also made like 3 bonus chapter for all this like 3 chapters. Now I'm inviting like guest artists to do drawing the. I already made a draft. So like I'm giving out to like artists, and then if they want to draw the bonus chapters, I'm letting them draw it, and then once they give it to me, and then I'll post it, and along with their like shout out link, like their VGen or the Ko-fi, all those kind of things, all those kind of jazz, and then like giving them the best shout out as I can. And if I want to benefit them really well, I also want more clout, to be honest again. Aside from let's not keep mentioning the cloud chasing part. It is like true and fact. I am doing that for that particular reason, but more of like efficient reasons of my goal to achieve my goal rather than Aside from that, where was I again? Yes. I'm going to make like visitation chapters, which is the people that I'm going to I'll need. I draw like a comic based on my impression of them after interact with them. And sooner or later, after like the phase 1, I realized that I'm going to run out those friends, those VTubers. I'm not too social, despite I talk a lot. Okay? It's a really weird thing. I wait for people to talk to me rather than I talk to people. And most people scared of me because I talk a lot. Or they get intimidated by me because they thought I'm some sort of like super extrovert. In reality, I'm actually an introvert that talks a lot only. It's like bottled up like a lot of like word inside my mouth. The moment I release it, it's like release the Kraken. But yeah, I'm basically that kind of person. And yeah. So sooner or later I'm going to run out of them. So now I'm starting my chapter 4, 5, 6. I'm going to release a new type of method that I'm going to do, which is going to be maybe recent. If you recently noticed, I have a lot of schedule on podcasts. Those kind of podcasts is basically I'm saying like, hey, I like your vibe. I'm gonna make a comic. So let's do an interview. Do you want it? And then they'd be like, yes, I would love to be in a comic. And then like we do an interview, and I give them like a few like rudimentary questionnaires. Have a little bit chat. Like learn their vibe. Have a little bit fun. It's basically like general hangout for like an hour or so. Just see like, you know what? Yeah, nice chatting. I understand your vibe now. I can read people not really well, but at least good enough, even with like an hour of chatters. Obviously, like I will still keep contact with them, but at least I need like a very like long, deep conversation with a person's to know like somewhat their vibe, those kind of things. And then like know about like their running gag and their like stream, this and that, this stuff. Quite a lot of related stuff. Don't worry, I won't pry people like RRL stuff, obviously. And from that, try to learn the person as much as possible, and then I'll make a comic based on my impression again. But this one is a much more shorter interaction. So I'm not sure how things will go. To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm trying to find how many people does this shit, like making webcomic and then like put like using VTuber as like their fodder. In some sense it is. Using them as a fodder and then like give them as much shout out as possible. This kind of method, I'm trying to find one. I can't. I even tried to use like internet to try my best to search it. I find myself in there. I am the first one who does this shit. I hope I'm not the first one who does this shit, but yeah, so far I'm the only one who does it in such a complex method. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to do like a podcast, like even like on this day record, after I finish the record and do a little bit edit, I'd have to like go attend my podcast with my next victim. And yeah, so let me add a little bit of like more detail on what the comic is going to have as content. There will be 5 type of content, 5 or type. First content is obviously going to be the filler content. The filler content is basically just me. You know, it's my lore stuff, or like, you know, I have a lot of original character in my original world, so I'm going to write them. I'm going to write a story a little bit about them too, because I have a lot of amazing character as my lore, shared together as my lore, but I never really like make them shine. So I need to find a way to also let them like, you know, shine a little bit sometimes. And I did wrote a lot of like very like in-depth story about each characters. So yeah, filler story is going to be like when I don't have like VTuber to draw, I have no ideas, or like schedule issues happens, I cannot like draw like the VTuber that I want to draw at the moment. All those kind of things like can happen. It can happen. So I want to be like in between time. I'm going to you know, have something to do for the comic. I want to keep the things consistent. So like filler arc story is always going to be exist as like the back burner. And there's also the visitation chapter. Visitation chapter, like I say, is the previous things that I did stated, like how I'm gonna do like shout out this and that, yeah, that stuff. How I'm gonna contact the VTuber, give them like the IP of like that particular comic they are going to be appeared in, and this and that, yeah, the other stuff. Like quite lots of things, okay? Quite lots of things. And there's also the bonus panel, which is helping the artist, like let them draw, let them rip, let them cook. Let them cook! And then cook the best art they can have and put it in there that represent their like art style and like basically their vibe, their characters. And then I'm gonna give them the best shout out as possible. And then there's also like the what again? Yes. This is the most tricky one because I still have no idea how to fulfill this thing properly. Okay. This is a invasion chapters. Invasion chapters mainly are not for shout out for the VTubers. It's mainly, I'm going to state this really clear line for Cloud. Not just Cloud, it's like, I do want to draw a comic about them. But the problem is, the association of them being a very famous VTubers and then draw a comic myself is in the comic is going to be a lot of trouble for some other people. So yes, it's like, try to think about this. My comic name is literally called Kiray the Void Walker. It's already a very narcissistic title, but I have a reason why I put my name in there. And then I already told you the reason why I put myself in there, you know? Like, if I want to associate with the series that I'm making, that helping lots of VTubers, I'm gonna draw myself in there, obviously. And there's no need to like give them a shout out. Obviously, I will still mention them, but the moment I mention them, it will be cloud chasing. And I can't really escape the fact that it is. And even my target, I can't really say I do everything virtuously. I want this comic to success. And this is one of the way to succeed. A lot of like commission artists, they do fan art of famous VTubers and then they get a shout out from it. And then when they get a shout out from it, they get like they get a boost of popularities and then people start noticing all those kind of like commission artists and then they get commission art from it. This is like literally how most of the people does things, okay? I'm only stating it for people who really don't understand. Maybe like one day people like say, you only do this for like cloud chasing, sticking onto like people like a leech. Like, it is. I'm not even denying that fact. It is. Because I want this comic to succeed. And then the more successful it is, the more easier I can do shout out for small VTubers. The more easier I can shout out for like a lot of artists. It's a one stone kill many birds. I'm not going to be like it's like the goal is a little bit virtuous, but also at the same time, I need to live. Alright? I am earning donations based kind of like I'm earning through donations, through turning the emote, selling them as a merchandise to keep myself afloat so I can keep doing all these things. If I don't find a way to keep myself self-sustained, I'm not going to keep this thing going. I am charitable, but also same time I'm not an idiot. And I'm a very honest person, so I'm not going to hide the intent. Hide, like, I'm doing charity, so therefore I can do bullshit stuff. Okay? I'm a very honest person. I'm earning money from this. I am earning money from this. I want to draw a lot of comic, but also same time, I want to have fun. And when I draw famous VTubers, it's more or less is going to stay in that line of like spectrum. People might think I'm doing cloud chasing. It is. I'm not even denying the fact. So in one day, some people do like some call out posts, just say like I'm the scum of the earth, try to like leech from famous VTuber. I'm not going to deny it. I'm just like, good. You stated the obvious fact. It sounds a little bit offensive, but it's more like, men can think a little bit too much. And I think of like many scenario like this. If I'm going to enter this territory, I'm going to encounter this kind of issues. So I'm going to like lay down the flaw and then just let people know the intention, the pure intention, that's good intention, and there's obviously indulging intentions too. Okay? People can be selfless and selfish in the same time. There's no like pure good, pure evil people, okay? That's what I at least want to like state it. And so far I don't know how to make the invasion chapter works. So right now I'm just going to like crash onto the wall and don't know what the heck I'm doing. I might do things in the really, really wrong way, and in context wise, I do not know what will happen. Okay? Like right now, I released my first invasion chapter only on draft mode because I'm intending to earn money from this. If people like the draft that I made, they can go to my Ko-Fi, donate money, and then once it reached the goal, and I will unlock it and then officially draw it. Either that, or another way is like, I will tag the VTubers. If the VTuber have enough time, like, they are famous VTuber. They have been tagged a shit tons and been called a shit tons and been emailed shit tons. Because of that, I highly doubt it if I send an email, they can actually see it. So I'm going to use like finish the draft and I'm going to tag their name. If they see it, they see it. If they don't see it, I'm just waiting for like the donation goal to reach. If they approved it, it's like in some way, I hope I want to rephrase instead of like they approved it. I hope to change the phrasing into they endorsed this comic to be made. So if they endorse it, I don't really have to like put like the donation goal. Okay? So if they endorse this like comic to be made, and then I will be making that comic, and then I get a lot of like more people going to watch it, read it, and then I can expose more like well-deserved VTubers that should have more people to watch them because they are very entertaining people. Personality-wise, this and that, yeah, this stuff. I'm just trying my best to like work out in the communities. But obviously, you can't do charity work without money. You can't do charity work without surviving in the first place. I am a little bit disabled, so I end up unemployed, so I have to earn money from this way. Back then, I earned money from art commissions. I don't even earn enough from art commissions. But doing this, I kind of like stopped doing art commission, which like, it does make things look worse. But yes, I want to make this. I like to draw comic. I want to make this happen. Okay? This is the pure, unadulterated intentions. There's black, there's white. Obviously. Because I noticed the world, people tends to lean toward the full black and full white situations. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm aware of that kind of situations. Now I'm trying to like my best to kind of like explain it in a way that is kind of like redundant, to be honest. People understand the situations, We can tell. No people are idiot. I trust that people notice it aren't idiot, But yeah, I just want to state it out for the idiot, not for like people who right now they'd be like, ay, what are you doing? Just do it. Stop having so much things to talk about, yap about. But yes, it is. Here we are here. If anyone who like managed to come to watch this is either pointed you to this video the moment I get a call out, or like call out being a scumbag, or like being like this and that other stuff. I am a very fucking transparent person, okay? I'm doing this because of this. Yeah, that's all. People can have good and bad like stuff like sort of like mixed together. Okay? Entire world is a big bag of gray, not a big bag of black and white, cleanly separated. I am going for like a one stone kill as many birds as possible situation. That is the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is I become full on cloud chasing, okay? So yeah. Either way, this is more or less what I'm going to state. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Oh wait, guys. Yeah, I have to like state this thing too. Alright guys, this is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to make another video about like my comic title, because my name is in there. It kind of sounds a little bit narcissistic, but there's a reason for it. I hate that reasons, because I really fucking hate. I cannot use the word White Walker. Because I've been planning this for years. Okay? Not years. Year. A year. Singular year. But still, I did plan for a very long time. The moment I tried to like execute it, someone used the fucking tag. As a very different context stuff. And then I'll be like, ah, shit! But I will have another talk about it. You know what? That will be a separate video. This one is long enough. Alright then, stay healthy, stay safe, and bye-bye. Oh, forgot. And stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on the next video and the next stream. Bye-bye.